This is a message for everybody that hates their jobs and hates what they're doing at this moment. And my biggest thing is for you to learn how to let go. And it's an incredibly difficult thing for all of us to learn, to take a step back and say, it's not my problem. I wish I could do more. I wish I can have more influence, but they're not ready. And I think that's where I want to begin here, is to let other people be where they want to be and then meet those people where they actually are. So if you don't know me, I'm a professor of management. And I've thought an awful lot about this. I'm trying to build the Reciprocity Project. And I've had to live this. I've had to live thinking about why is it that people are not resonating with what I'm actually saying? Why is it that I can't connect with them, even people that are very close to me at all walks and areas of my life? What am I doing wrong? And I've had to learn that I'm not doing anything wrong. It's not me that's the problem at this moment. In fact, I'm probably doing a lot of things right. And I have to simply just meet people where they are. And if that means that they're not getting it, if that means that they're ignoring, if that means that they're just disregarding, that's okay. That's where I have learned, and hopefully you will have to learn this, is to take a step back. That you have such a strong desire at this moment to impress, to have some sort of validation that you're feeling this immense amount of pressure in you. And this immense amount of pressure, and I don't know why it is causing you to not like what you're doing. And the way that I have learned to deal with this is to admit, is to take a step back and say, you know what, they're right. I am an outsider. I am weird. I'm not clicking. All of those things. I'm a strange person. And I have to admit it. And once I admit it, it becomes a lot easier. And hopefully with you, if you're listening to this and you hate your job at this moment, I want you to really listen to this. Take that moment where you can take a step back and say, you know what? This is the reality I live in. This is what it means to be me in this situation. They're not wrong. They are seeing their world as it is in terms of how they see it. And I have to accept them. I have to accept the environment as it is. And once I accept the environment as it is, and I accept everybody for who they are, then I can make the progress myself. I can change who I am by being more accepting, by realizing that there's just some things in this world that are just so, and you can't change it. It's brutal acceptance. And realizing that sometimes you have to accept things that are hard for you to accept. And no matter how hard you try, you're going to be pushing against a wall that doesn't want to give. And so it's your job to accept that, to accept it as it is. And once you accept it as it is, you're going to start loving your job. Once you realize that you're trying too hard, that nobody gives a damn, then things really start changing with how you see the world. Then you don't care because you realize you're just one little wee tiny step, little thing people are going to drive by, they're going to see, and they don't care. But that's where you accept yourself for as it is, and you don't work on changing your job or, making yourself love it or, getting recognition and all of that kind of stuff. You change one little tiny thing where you start getting acceptance. You start realizing it's one little step. It's finding one person, not everybody, that's going to love and recognize for what you're actually doing. And that one person is often just yourself and maybe your mom. But you have to accept the world as it is. And once you do that, once you create this distance between you and the world, once you create a nice little barrier, you begin to accept the world. You begin to start working on yourself, not them. And you begin to love your situation that much more. And you begin to working on gratitude and appreciation for the fact that you can actually do this and they can't. Golly, it's hard to actually do. Go figure out how to love your job. Start not caring as much.